I'm here today at the Royal Southern Yacht Club to have a look at a rather beautiful classic 1997 Sunseeker Portofino 400. As you can see, very much a 1990s boat, but what a lot of boat for the money. Classic Sunseeker engine vents, sweeping back end with a built-in integral bathing platform. Current owners added some wing steps to make it easier to get on and off a side pontoon. There's snap davits if you want to store your dinghy off the bathing platform. Hidden in there is a fold-out swim ladder. This owner's actually decided to store the tender onto the bathing platform, and then there's an engine outboard bracket for the engine outboard as well. Nice wide side decks, plenty of grab handles here, and again classic 1990s Sunseeker forward sweeping radar arch with wingtips. If you move forward, you can see the orange boot tip line, Portofino 400, sweeping moulded induction lines in the hull. Let's go and have a look on board. So we're going to enter via the bathing platform through this rather snazzy side gate. Opens like so into one extremely voluminous cockpit. On the port side, we've got this large U-shaped seating area. Now there's storage under all of these seats, both sides. Beautiful, probably original Sunseeker table, I would imagine, looking at it, that folds out to give you the ability to have full dining for a good probably 6 to 8 people quite comfortably. Now I suspect that this is on, yeah, there you go, it's on a high-low, so this I suspect drops down into the recesses you can see around the edge here and turns this into a massive, very large sunbathing area. Let's fold that back. This side you've got storage. I think there's a life raft at the moment in there, a bit of extra storage. This side got a sink with a fold down tap. This side is a fridge element in there, and at the back here you've got cup holders. Whoops. Aft, hiding behind the stern door, is your distribution panel. So you've got shore power coming in and out, a generator, 32 amp shore power lead, and your engine stops, domestic power, and a trip for shore power in there as well. But this is such a beautiful lumpy stern. Look at the thickness on that, fabulous. The whole cockpit is laid to teak right the way through. Also, this boat's got Webasto warm air heating, so I believe there's outputs in the cockpit here and in the cabin, so you can keep the cabins warm throughout the winter. Moving forward, this side you've got the helm seat and the helm station. On the other side you've got navigator seat with grab handle, cup holders, indication there for the chart table, quite a bit of space forward, and then classic Sunseeker helm station. So looking at the dashboard, Sunseeker steering wheel, left hand side here we've got trim tabs, so this is so you can trim the boat when you're running, bow down, bow up, port, and the same for the starboard. A row of switches, full set of very recent, I would suggest, Garmin multifunction displays. This one, main one, would be probably charts and navigation, and then one of two of these will either be the Speed and then the Echo. The boat's running twin Volvo 370 TAMD62s, I believe, and you can see the engines are split port and starboard with a helm indicator in the centre, so that's, you can tell what the rudders are doing when you're steering. Over here you've got twin throttles. Down the side here is a bow thruster, so you can push the bow over to the port, over to the starboard side, independent of what the engine's doing. You've got another heater outlet over here, VHF radio, and some bilge pump controls, and the speaker for the VHF. Right, let's go and have a look downstairs. Big classic Sunseeker sliding door, slides across, opens up to an incredibly spacious saloon. 3 steps down, 4 steps down. And the first thing you see is a very large galley dinette. Storage overhead. I believe this one is, yeah, there you go, distribution panel. Your AC and DC. This one I believe is similar. Switch panel, control panel, and then you've got your Fusion stereo system in there. Really surprisingly good quality and condition of that leather for a 97 boat. And again, a really nice fold out double table. So you've got 1 leaf, 2 leaves, and you've got a really nice table. And over the side here, you've got the galley, sink down there, 2 burner ceramic hob underneath there. Up under here, you've got microwave, the all important drinks cabinet, and again additional storage, I suspect probably crockery and glasses under there, neatly stowed away. And down here, got a fridge, an Engel fridge. These fridges are super reliable, incredibly reliable fridges compared to the later versions. And then down here you've got a bit of food storage, little bin, and then a rack of drawers with all your cutlery under there. Now this really does utilise the full beam of the boat and gives you a really good saloon area. Door you can see here gives you access to the day head. I'll be honest, I couldn't find the light switch, but you can see fairly well. Mirrored storage cabinets up there. There's a sink with a mixer tap. There's a Webasto pump out loo. Quite nicely, there's actually a separate shower here. There's then a round perspex sliding door that gives you a fully enclosed shower, and also it has what they call jack and Jill access through to the forward cabin. Access back onto the deck. TV down here on a swivel, so you can watch it while you're cooking. You could watch it on the loo if you wanted to, or watch it from the dinette. There's then another door down here, which gives you access to a really sweet aft cabin. So moving here, you've got standing headroom as you step in. I'm just under 6 foot, so I can stand in here. Then down here you've got drawer storage, some cupboard storage in here, There's no separate heads down here, but you do have an independent sink with a vanity unit, ventilation with opening porthole. There's another opening porthole over the far side, and two really decent size full length single berths. Sometimes these can infill in the middle here, but I'm not sure these two can. Reading lights over the bed. Incredibly good condition, all of this. There's a little bit of a drop down here, but the rest of it is incredibly good condition for the age of the boat. This has been very well looked after. So moving forward, a couple of inspection hatches under the floor there, probably for the pipe work. Moving forward, we then have forward cabin, which is principally the master on this boat. Very large double berth, opening ports, port and starboard. It's quite nice actually, with fly screens, which is really nice. So you can have the windows open without getting the flies in. There's an escape hatch or opening skylight as well. Heat vent for the Webasto warm air heating. Big, very large actually, full height storage cupboard. Nice steps up to the bed, and then this is effectively the Jack and Jill entrance from the master cabin into the day heads, which is exactly the same that we just looked at. And again, I'd love to know where the light switch is. Perhaps someone can tell me. Equally in here you've also got, and if you can see down there, the little vent, you've got warm air heating in every part of this boat, which is pretty impressive. So that's the master cabin. You can see incredibly spacious saloon. A lot of boat for the money. Let's go and have a look around the decks. Interestingly, not only has this boat got Webasto vented warm air heating, it's also got reverse cycle air conditioning as well. So here we go, on the side decks. Moving forward, they are surprisingly wide side decks. They do taper out as you go forward. Beautiful sweeping windscreen. Looks like there's space in the foredeck here for foredeck cushions. I don't know if this boat has any. Decent cleats. That's the fore hatch we saw in the fore cabin. And here you've got a Lumar electric anchor and chain. Buttons here are for foredeck operation of the said anchor winch. And then down here you've got an anchor locker, which is quite nicely separated. So the chain sits in the forward section, and then you've got fender storage and a spare anchor down here on this particular boat. We have a quick look at stern. There you go, a lot of foredeck, sweeping windscreen, classic 1990s Sunseeker. Radar arch there, you can see remote control spotlight, Shakespeare GPS satellite, Garmin enclosed radar, GoMX TV aerial, twin horns, nav light at the back, and then twin aerials. But all in all, a lot of boat. Here we are down in the engine bay. This boat's got twin Volvo Penta TAMD63ps. So I believe they're 370 horsepower per engine. There's two of them squeezed in down here. But to be honest with you, it is surprisingly good access. Plenty of room between the two engines. got the raw water strainers here, got hydraulic steering at the back. You've got what looks like a master volt, battery charger and inverter here. It's also an 8 kVA generator, so that's running everything 240 volt on board for you. And these engines are on V drive, so the engines effectively sit back to front. Drive goes out the front of the engine and then goes through a V drive gearbox and then comes out the back. So you can see actually the shaft exits the hull almost directly under the engine. And these engines have been serviced in March of this year, 2021. So that's the engines. Just drop the hatch back down. Last quick look around the cockpit. Just have a seat in the helm seat. So the last thing I forgot to mention is in 2017 this boat had a copper coat. So that's a copper anti-fouling system that goes onto the underside of the hull, so the wet surface area of the hull. And in simple terms it means you don't have to lift the boat out every year and re-anti-foul it. So just adds to the value and the reduced servicing cost of this particular boat. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Any questions, please let me know. Oh, and the final point is, I understand this entire cover is in the process of being replaced. So if you're looking to buy this boat, contact the guys at Clipper Marine in Poole, ask for Kevin, and he'll answer any questions and probably correct any of the information I've got wrong. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.